Watch out for the attackers, the likes of Matej Mohoric, who are ready to have a go. And I think we're just seeing, as we cut there, Mohoric having another dig, because he will not want to take it, despite the fact that he is a good sprinter. The likes of he and Pollitt here, the German champion, will not want to wait to get that final step of the podium through those sprinters. It's not going to happen unless you're one of the fast men in that group.
No, Niels Pollitt will want to get away. He'll want to go clear. He's got Olaf Koijs on his wheel. Tim Melier, Rasmus Tiller just tucked in behind, and I think that is Trentin just coming across to him as well. Narvaez just tucked in on the wheel. Mads Pedersen following again. Degenkolb being very quiet but not missing a beat. Narvaez going on the right-hand side now as well. So Narvaez accelerates after a hard attack from Pollitt. 5.6k to go. It's a long way in your own, but let's not forget they've got cross tailwind. Mohoric responds from behind now. No one is responding from that group. A little bit of stalemate going into the roundabout. Looks like Mikkel Berg trying to get on turns.
Oh no, Mohoric down.
Is down.
I thought they were going in a little bit quick there as well. Bjelke's just missed that. What a shame for Matej Mohoric, who was looking so good too. Visually it looks like he's given up on that. That's an opportunity for Jonathan Narvaez to try and stay clear. He's got Vermeers now going across to him, Sepp van Marken too, and Olaf Koij now covering moves. Koij knows, we see it again. Ooh. Not that we want to.
Yeah, just front wheel. Front wheel went from under him, he came in hot, but that gap there, the crash will have given Narvaez here just an extra 4 or 5 seconds. There's a crash from Mohoric. Hopefully it's just a bit of road rash that he's got on, nothing too serious. He jumped up straight away, which is the main thing.
I want to know what tyres Jonathan Narvaez is on, because he absolutely ripped. I thought he was going to go down, but he's stayed upright and gone through there with an advantage, both physical and mental by the looks of it. These are the final 4.5 kilometres of the 85th edition of Gent-Wevelgem, and what an utter classic it has turned out to be. Wout van Aert and Christophe Laporte leading. They have 2 minutes and 14 seconds over this very select chasing group. What a ride by the two Jumbo-Visma riders. And as you can see, the boys in yellow are absolutely set on trying to make this a 1-2-3 podium for them. They must know by now in their ears they've got the win in this race. They don't yet know who it's going to be, whether it'll be Wout van Aert or Christophe Laporte, because here they are, but behind their very own teammates are trying to make this a lockout of the podium for Jumbo-Visma. In the style of Patrick Lefevere's quick-step teams of old, Jumbo-Visma seemingly now absolutely bossing the classic scene and showing it once again today at Gent-Wevelgem. The question is, will it be Christophe Laporte making good on that second place last year, or are we going to be seeing Wout van Aert adding a second win in Gent-Wevelgem? What a shame for Matej Mohoric, one of the animators of that second group. He's got ripped shorts, he's come down hard on that roundabout. He's back on though, but I think that's the last we'll see of him in the action today.
This is going to be interesting. Last year at E3, there was a similar, well, exactly the same situation. Wout van Aert and Christophe Laporte off the front. Wout van Aert got the win that time as Mikkel Berg goes clear from behind. Niels Pollitt on the right-hand side responding to that. You need to pick carefully now. Trentin being able to follow. Mads Pedersen responding. Degenkolb looking to follow those wheels.
Yeah, anyone who's not one of those top sprinters in that group, if they've got anything left and wants to get on the podium, they've got to think about attacking at some point. Coming into 3K to go, Wout van Aert still continuing to do the lion's share of the work between these two. We've seen conversations going on between them. We can't hear anything of what goes into their ears, of course. We can only try and read into their body language and think about what's going to happen between these two. The inventive, creative ways. We've already mentioned rock, paper, scissors between Adam and I about how they might sort this out between them. What a luxury to have about you in this incredible super team of Jumbo-Visma that has been built steadily, very steadily since the ashes of the Rabobank days, to the point where they are an absolute, not just superpower, but seeming mega power of world cycling, where they can do things like this. Of course, though, you need the strength in your parts of the likes of Wout van Aert in order to be able to do this.
Yep, Mikkel Berg as well, just nipping off the front there. He's got that gap going on the right-hand side. Vermeers or Fred Friesson looking to try and jump across to him, but great boom by Berg there, just through the roundabouts in the time. A few lefts, a few rights, just getting that distance. Pollitt tried to respond to it, but he can't do. And I think it's Fred Friesson in the background just trying to get on board. Who's the rider behind him? Sepp van Marken. Yes, so Fred Friesson, Sepp van Marken. Everybody still looking at each other in the back. Dan McClay pulling through. Now Van Hooijdonk goes to...
They're still talking to each other again with 2K to go. So Wout van Aert, just a little hand on the back of Christophe Laporte. I don't know, Adam, if they've been told anything or whether they're being left to sort this out between them, but there's an awful lot of chat between those two with 2K to go. One of them will be the winner of the 85th edition of Gent-Wevelgem in Flanders Fields. Michael Bjerg is trying to see if he can get on the podium with them, but he's got company. Fred Frisson is in very, very good form. He rode across to the breakaway in De Panne midweek and finished 4th in that race. And Sepp van Marke, also one of the elder statesmen of this race, ridiculously experienced and calculated in his riding, and he's ridden well today. He's also trying to see if he can get on the podium.
Yep, and there's a little attack from behind. It looks to be Pollitt again there trying to respond to it. Trentin looks to be third wheel, just sat on. If they were able to go, he's got a free ride across to them. It is Trentin just sat with wheel, then Van Hooydonk. These guys are still deciding about it, but I think Wout van Aert will probably give it to Laporte here.
Yeah, he's gone back to the front. They're coming into the final kilometre. Christophe Laporte, who was livid at missing out last year with such a glorious opportunity coming into Wevelgem, where he was beaten by Biniam Girmay. Beaten fairly and squarely, actually, because Girmay, come that final sprint, was the best finisher. Today, though, Christophe Laporte with an armchair ride, despite how hard it's been in these epic conditions of Gent-Wevelgem in the hacking rain. 261 kilometres have led to the point where we have these two. As they were called by the Spanish press, the clockwork bananas of Jumbo-Visma, the team who, when they combine together and work as a team, seem almost unstoppable. Sepp van Marke now leading a group of 3 non-sprinters trying to escape the clutches of the fast men just behind them, and they might just have done that because they'll be getting closer and closer to the finale, knowing they've got this. Look at these two. They're enjoying this, Adam, and I think they're going to enjoy the running all the way in. They don't need to keep the pressure on. They have an enormous lead. What a ride by these two riders. I think they're trying to concoct something here. What do you reckon?
Yeah, they're probably just chatting, saying, well done, can't believe that worked. Plan executed once again. This is like deja vu. Christophe Laporte, pat on the back there to Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert signalling to the team car, flashes the lights, and there's our answer. Christophe Laporte looks to be having this one by the looks of things. Nice and steady across to the line. A little warm down for him.
Incredible. A leading 2-up time trial, forged in the hills, the Hellingen of the Heuvelland, and on the Kemmelberg itself. Christophe Laporte and Wout van Aert come to the line together, but by the looks of it, it'll be Christophe Laporte who crosses the line first. Second 1 year ago to Biniam Girmay, and taking the 85th edition of Gent-Wevelgem. Christophe Laporte, and a dominant display by Jumbo-Visma. What a ride by these two.
Very, very good of Wout van Aert, putting his brakes on, pushing him across the line. No, you're having this, you deserved it. You're close last year. It's yours today. Get glass.
Two teammates who have ridden incredibly well today since they forged clear. And let's watch the battle now for the podium between these three. Michael Bjerg is the rider who forged this,
Mats
the
Pedersen
UAE
coming
Emirates
across.
rider.
Sorry. Pedersen in the background.
He looked very good when we first saw him bridge to the original break as well, the Dane, the former world champion. And he's a man who could beat any of these three in the final sprint, but what has he got left? This is the battle to be the next rider on the podium. It isn't yet looking like Jumbo-Visma will get the lockout and get all three, but maybe we're asking a bit too much of them. Can Pedersen hook up with these three?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That gap is just too big enough. Who's ever igniting the burners on the front there? The man at the back will get a little bit of recovery coming into the finish. It looked like Frisson. It's going to be a tight one coming into this finish for these three. Playing around, that's not what they want to do with Pedersen, breathing down the neck.
If Pedersen hooks up with these three, he should wipe the floor with them, but it's been a long race at 261 kilometres in atrocious conditions, and Pedersen has made a big move to get across to them. This is the race for the final step of the podium, the third place finish behind the two Jumbo-Visma riders. Mats Pedersen's going to try and go over the top. We know he's normally got the best sprint of these four, but what have they got left? Sepp van Marke in the middle can usually raise something at the end of a race of this length. Fred Frisson goes on the right there. What's he got left? Mats Pedersen should be the best, but it's looking like he's going to get beaten on the line. And that is a great ride. A fantastic ride by Sepp van Marke. Here's the sprint between the sprinters who are left in the group behind, and what's left of them anyway. Olaf Koy not getting the best of them either, in actual fact.